Hey, Sophia. What's going on? Ah, Cassandra. I was just trying to get a hold of one of you guys. I'm at the meeting spot, but there's no one here. What? Are you still half asleep? What are you talking about? We left already because you didn't show up at the meeting spot. Huh? The meeting spot was the car park in front of the East Park, right? I arrived here 15 minutes earlier than the agreed time. East Park? What are you talking about? It was West Park, you dummy! West Park! What? Wow, Sophia, what are we gonna do with you? I can't believe it. You went in the complete opposite direction. Aw, did you get your east and west mixed up? Let me explain. East is where the sun rises. And west is where the sun sets. Do you understand now? Come on, I obviously know that. But it was me and my husband who designated East Park as the meeting spot because we're the ones who arranged the minibus to come. There's no way I'd get it wrong. Yeah, whatever. That's not important. What matters is that everyone apart from you went to West Park. So no matter what you say, you're the one who's wrong. What the? Don't try and pin your mistake on the rest of us, Sophia. Besides, to think the person who arranged the trip and scheduled the minibus would cancel on us at the last minute. How awful! On today of all days when our whole group of mom friends are going out together, kids and all, because Elena and her family are moving away. After all that work that went into planning it? Even though it was your husband who went to the trouble of booking the minibus, my brother and Ada's husband had no choice but to rush out in their cars on short notice to pick us up so we wouldn't all be left stranded. I hope you know you'll be paying for the gasoline and toll booth fees as punishment for your shameful last-minute cancellation. What the hell? Anyways, that concludes your explanation as to why you're all on your own, but don't worry. I'll enjoy the luxury villa and buffet on your behalf. No, I'm going to make my way to where you guys are. What? Actually, we'd rather you didn't. Why not? This holiday isn't possible without me. Don't be so self-important. What you mean is that you think you're the leader of all the moms in our friend group. Ew, so gross. I really hate it when people like you let things go to their heads. You've gotten way too big for your boots, Sophia. That's not what I meant at all. Yeah, in any case, all of the moms are here in agreement. We have no intention of associating with someone who cancels on us at the last minute ever again. Sorry, sweetie. Looks like you're out of a friend group. What the? But don't worry. I'll be taking on the responsibility of group leader from here on out. See ya! Sophia, it's me, Ada. Oh, hey, Ada. Sorry we left without you. It's okay. I'm sorry I didn't make it to the meeting point on time. Cassandra was rushing us like a woman possessed. She wouldn't stop insisting that we leave, so we pulled onto the highway. But you can still make it, right? Yes, of course. My husband's already on his way out in the car. Got it. Phew. I'm really pleased you're still able to make it. Shall we all meet up at a service area or something? No, it's fine. I'd feel awful having you all wait around for me. I'd rather you just went on first. I'll message you when I arrive, and we can meet up then. Got it. But what actually happened today? Everyone was super shocked when they heard you didn't show up at the meeting point without getting in touch. We were all worried something might have happened to you. No, I'm fine. You see, I was waiting at the car park in front of the East Park. Huh? East Park? I got a message from Cassandra as I stood waiting on my own, wondering where everyone was. She got mad at me and said the meeting place was the West Park. I wonder if I made a mistake and told everyone West Park instead of East. Wait a second. We all got a message from Cassandra beforehand saying that the meeting spot had changed from East Park to West Park. What? Not just that, but it was literally at the last minute, right before we left the house. She said, in light of the sudden change, I've been left in charge of sending out the messages and ensuring everyone's aware of the situation. And then, when we finally made it to the West Park, she flipped out and said it all happened because you canceled on us at the last minute. I didn't do that. I never asked Cassandra to do that either. I thought so. Because this holiday wouldn't be possible without you in the first place, right? Of course. I did try to contact you, but she just yelled, "What's wrong? Don't you trust me?" and knocked the phone out of my hand. Thinking it couldn't be helped, we left without you. But even still, all the moms were talking about how they thought there was something really weird about what Cassandra was claiming had happened. Which is why I'm messaging you now while she can't see me. Wow, I see. I wonder what exactly she's trying to accomplish here. What's Cassandra doing now? She's traveling in another car at the moment. She said she'd get her brother to come out in his car when you didn't show, so she's with him now. The rest of the other moms and their families, including myself, are currently in my husband's minivan, which he's driving. Cassandra's son is in the minivan with us too. Oh, really? There were some issues with carrying capacity between Cassandra's brother's car and my husband's minivan. But all the other kids are here with us, and it would have been unfair to her son to have him travel alone without any of his friends. I see. So everyone's traveling in 2 vehicles then? That's right. I'm showing these messages to the other moms as we speak. Everyone thinks Cassandra's acting really weird. Does that mean they're not all mad because they think I canceled at the last minute? They don't think that! You worked so hard to plan every minor detail of this holiday for us. We all know that and are really grateful for you, Sophia. Don't worry. I'm glad. Cassandra's the one who went interfering with things and messing the whole plan up. It's not like any of us were even good friends with her in the first place. After she told us you wouldn't be coming this morning, she suddenly started acting like she was in charge of everyone. Even when I told her I'd arranged for my husband to come out with the van, she started ordering me around like she was my boss or something. To be honest, I found it quite revolting. Wow, seriously? I can't believe it. It looks like we're about to enter a service area for some coffee and a bite to eat. Let's see if we can't probe a little into what the hell that woman's up to. If we find anything out, I'll message you straight away. Okay, thank you. Hey, Sophia! So, just now, me and the girls stopped off at a service station and all ate ice cream together. Apparently, this place is famous for its ice cream, and it was so delicious. Oh, poor Sophia. If only you hadn't canceled on us at the last minute. You could have enjoyed these fun times with us on the road, too. Aw, sucks to be you. It really is such a shame. Cassandra? Oh, wow. I didn't think you'd actually have the nerve to reply to me. When you say you stopped off at a service area, that means you've been traveling on the highway, right? Yeah, that's right. Me and the other moms in the car are getting on like a house on fire. We're having a blast, Sophia. It's such a riot here. I was just about to message you, actually. Why? I've been speaking to the other moms, and we're thinking of changing the destination. What? Can we have your opinion, please, Cassandra? What are you talking about? There's no way we're changing the destination. Are you sure about that? Listen to me, Sophia. There's something you need to know. Huh? You have no place in this friendship group anymore. Even if you did meet up with us after all this time, everyone would be so disgusted with you for what you did that, you're better off not bothering. Is that so? But don't get the wrong idea. I'm not warning you to be mean. I'm warning you out of kindness. I'm probably the only one in this group kind enough to take you to task on your laziness and poor attitude, so you do well to listen to what I have to say. Anyways, see ya. Sophia, answer! Hey, Sophia, pick up now! Yes, Cassandra, what can I do for you? We just arrived at the villa. But the minivan with everyone else in it that was right behind our car until now isn't here. Huh? I've been messaging everyone to try and figure out where they went, but no one's replying. My son's in that minivan. Are you involved in this somehow? I mean, you're asking me if I'm involved, but I did ask you earlier, didn't I? About changing the destination? What? Everyone else was happy with it and got on board with my suggestion right away. But since you were insistent on sticking with the original plan, we just decided to leave you to it. So the minivan with everyone else pulled off at a junction earlier to head on to the new destination. What? I didn't know anything about this. And what about my son? You can't take my son from me like this. This is kidnapping, you know. Kidnapping. That's strange. You should have had a message from your husband explaining the situation by now. Huh? My husband? Yes, your husband. Huh? Wait, no way. That message I got before dinner? He said he wouldn't be joining us for the holiday, but he must have had some kind of objective, because apparently he's been following you in a rental car this whole time. What? No way. He messaged me around 10 a.m. to tell me what he was doing, and he sent me a thumbs up when I told him we'd changed destinations, so he was fully aware, which is why your son's with your husband now. So you have absolutely no need to worry. Wait a second. What the... By the way, Cassandra? What? Where do you plan on sleeping tonight? Oh yeah. Isn't this a bit wasteful of you guys to go changing the destination all of a sudden like this, after all the planning that went into it? Wasteful? There's a huge luxury villa right in front of me as I write this message. There's no way I'm not staying here after coming all this way. Well, you see, Cassandra. Don't worry, I'll enjoy it to the fullest on you guys' behalf, since you all decided not to come. I have the key to the villa. What? I did tell you when I was coming up with the holiday plan, didn't I? That's one of the villas my cousin owns. What? Wait a sec. By any chance, when you said this holiday wouldn't be possible without you, is this what you meant? Yes, that's right. And I heard this from the other moms too. But the whole thing with the misunderstanding with the meeting spot and the accusations of the last-minute cancellations were all part of your scheme, weren't they? What do you mean? I found out what you did because the other moms in the minivan messaged me. They thought something weird was going on and were concerned about where I was. In the unlikely event that I wasn't able to come along for the holiday for some reason, the plan was to entrust the key to the villa to Ada, who also knows my cousin. However, you claimed that I simply didn't show up at the meeting spot without contacting anyone. At that point, everyone could see the glaring holes in your story and started to suspect something fishy was going on. Which is why not a single person in the group believed you when you said I'd pulled out last minute. To be honest, Cassandra, I have no idea why you did this. But when I explained everything to my cousin, he was absolutely furious. To quote his message, there's no way I'm letting a scheming nutjob like that in my villa. So, as well as changing the destination, he very kindly invited us to another one of his villas, so none of us would have to associate with you any further. Which obviously meant that a condition of staying at the new place is that we didn't bring you with us. Oh my god. That said, we did think it'd be a little rude to change the plan behind your back, which is why I contacted you earlier asking what you thought about it. I was going to use it as an opportunity to suggest you book a hotel separately. But you insisted you had no interest in changing the destination. What? That's what that message was about? Yes. So, now that everything's clear, we'll be enjoying our holiday together now. Wait. Where are me and my brother supposed to stay tonight? We hardly brought any money with us. You can't just leave us hanging out to dry like this. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. There's one more thing that's more than just a little bit fishy. When I was talking to your husband earlier, he told me that you don't have a brother. What? I wonder who that guy you're with right now could be. I won't say anything, but I think I've got a pretty good idea. No, Anyways, let's both enjoy our holidays, shall we? See ya! Apparently, Cassandra and her brother ended up sleeping in the car in front of the luxury villa. It seems she was under the mistaken impression that the moms in our friendship group were actually the boss mom clique at kindergarten. She had convinced herself that I was the leader of the boss moms because of my active role in the group, and the purpose of her scheme was to overthrow me and claim my position. The thing is, the actual boss moms are a completely different group. As for the matter with Cassandra's brother, it turns out he's actually her lover. Her plan to use our mom holiday as camouflage to fulfill her dream of a night of steamy passion in a luxury villa was an abject failure. As her marriage fell apart, her husband hired a lawyer, and after half a year of squabbles and legal wrangling, the divorce was finalized, and her husband took custody of their son. Due to all the crazy shenanigans she pulled, she was forced to pay a much higher rate of compensation than usual. Her inability to control her sordid desires ended up pretty much ruining her life.
Ugh. Seriously? Stop calling me all the time, old lady. I don't want to hear your voice, you know. If you need something, can't you just text me? Well then, I'll just ask you here. I thought you finally came back home after so long. Did you help yourself to money from my wallet again? I just took that out to pay this month's expenses, not for you. We can't live without it, you know. What? Don't tell me you have no savings. It's not like that, but... Well then, just take it out again. You're always so stingy, even when your daughter comes home after a long time. Besides, leaving it where it's visible is just asking for trouble. What are you talking about? Taking things without asking is just wrong, isn't it? What you're doing is no different from stealing. Where are you now? Come return it right away. I'm not doing that, obviously. You're acting all high and mighty. I bet most of this money is probably Dad's, right? You barely earn anything yourself, so don't talk about it like it's yours. You're the one acting high and mighty. You don't even know anything, so stop talking like that, please. Ugh, you're so annoying. I'll be fine with just Dad, so why don't you leave us already? I want to, but circumstances are preventing me from doing so. I don't get it. Well, if Dad dumped you, I guess you'd have nowhere else to go. You just want to leech off him, right? Oh well, whatever. Luckily, there's money when I come back after so long. I'm hanging out with friends right now. I'll go shopping with this money and have a nice lunch. Cut it out already. I told you it's not yours. Don't make me repeat myself. It's our money. Give it back now. You're an adult now, so stop this nonsense. Geez, you're so annoying, old lady. And stop acting like a mother to me, okay? I only see you as a leech on Dad anyway. This is his money, so I'll just tell him to give it to me. Stop interfering. If you don't want to hear me nagging, then return it quickly. God, you're so persistent. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna return it because it was given to me, okay? If you didn't want it to be used, then why didn't you just hide it somewhere I couldn't find it? You're way too careless. Talking to you is pointless. You're just like your dad, really. Huh? Did you say something? Anyway, I have no intention of returning it, and I don't want to be bothered anymore while I'm with my friends. Fine. Bye then. Mary took money from my wallet again while I wasn't around.
Oh, she was back? She could have stayed longer.
Huh? Are you listening to me? I'm at my limit.
What? What's up?
I've been saying I want a divorce for a while, right? I've told you multiple times I want you out of this house. Since you won't leave, I'm leaving.
Why are you so worked up all of a sudden?
Gosh, isn't it obvious? Do you realize how many times she has taken money from me? You, as a father, should be scolding her. But you two are doing the same thing. Even though my income should be enough, thanks to you guys, life is hard. I can't take it anymore.
Don't be so upset. It's just something a kid did, right?
A kid? She's already 22, okay? She's almost graduating from college and joining the workforce. It's messed up to just take someone else's money without thinking about it, isn't it? She's just like you know?
Ugh. I get so frustrated talking to you. If you want to leave, then leave.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you keep nagging and rubbing it in. I'll be relieved if you're gone. At least then, I won't have to hear any more bad things about Mary.
Me too. I've had enough of her snide remarks all this time. It's such a relief to think I won't hear them anymore.
But before you go, give me $40,000.
Huh? What are you, crazy? Why should I give you that much money? You're not going to demand alimony, are you? If anything, it should be you who's paying, right?
No, it's not about alimony. Mary's getting married. She's planning a wedding after she graduates from college.
Okay, and?
She says she needs at least $40,000 for the wedding and honeymoon. I don't have any savings, you know. But as a father, I want to contribute at least that much.
Don't you guys realize you're saying something ridiculous? If she doesn't have money, she shouldn't be having a wedding and just skip the honeymoon. You too, saying you want to contribute as a father when you're broke? Who do you think you are?
I get it. This is the last time. Help me out just this once.
I helped out when it was for tuition, thinking it was the last time. But you never agreed to divorce, let alone showed any gratitude.
Come on, seriously. I did show gratitude. Thank you so much.
It's easy to say it out loud, huh? I can tell from your attitude and actions that you haven't been grateful. So, I'm not paying $40,000.
Come on, what should I do then? I won't sign the divorce papers. Is that what you want?
Obviously not. I can't give you the money, but I can lend it to you.
Really?
But there are conditions. You have to promise to pay it back, and for that, you'll have to sign a loan agreement. If you're okay with that, then I'll lend it to you.
All right, got it. So lend it to me. Oh, and you better come to the wedding.
Why? We're getting divorced.
It'll be weird if there's no mom at the wedding, right? Think of it as your final mom duty and come to the ceremony.
Fine, but this is really the last time. You must know by now, but I can't stand you, old lady. I'm getting married to the love of my life today, and with a growing family, I don't need an old woman like you. Having Dad around is enough for me. I get it, Mary. You hate me. But what exactly are you trying to say? Once the wedding's over, I'm kicking you out of my life. This is a declaration of cutting ties. Cutting ties? Yep. It's weird if you didn't attend my wedding, so I'll let you come. After that, no more contact between us. Thought I'd let you know in advance. Got it. Then I won't bother coming to the wedding today. Were you even listening to me? It's weird not to have you at the wedding, you know? I said I'd let you be a mom until today. First of all, I'm not your mom from the start. I'm not even obliged to attend the wedding. What are you talking about? Stop messing around. You better not be serious about not coming. Well, I'm planning not to. I wouldn't know what to say to my husband and in-laws about that. Just get ready quickly and make sure you come. You can't just bail on your daughter's wedding day. That's ridiculous. I don't have a daughter. That's it. I've been thinking I won't need you after today anyway, so I'm cutting you off right now. Sure, no problem. We weren't even biologically related from the start. What? You're my ex-husband's child from his previous marriage. You're not my daughter. Didn't he tell you? Huh? No, he didn't. And what do you mean by ex-husband? Please don't tell me you guys got divorced already. We filed for divorce 5 months ago. You're kidding, right? Why didn't you tell me? I don't know what your dad's intentions were for not telling you, but you should know it wasn't up to me, right? We barely had any private conversations anyway. So, you're not my mom anymore? Like I said earlier, even before the divorce filing, I was never your mom. Once the divorce is finalized, we're complete strangers on paper too. But, even if we're not blood related, isn't a daughter still something precious? You're hilarious for saying that. I tried my best to think of you as my daughter in the beginning. But even though you were going through teen rebellion, the hurtful words you threw at me over and over again, they cut deep into my heart. Even now that you're mature, you keep telling me not to act like your mom or call me old lady. You have no idea how hard that was for me. I'm separated from your dad now. Just as you don't think of me as your mom, I don't think of you as my daughter either. Or rather, our bond has been severed. Your dad asked me to attend the wedding as the last mom duty. I was planning to come because of that, but I don't see the point now after your declaration. Oh no, I went too far earlier. Come to the wedding, please. I'll come pick you up. It'd be pointless for you to go to the house. I don't live there anymore. I moved out when we got separated 5 months ago. Oh no, so Dad's living alone there now? Who knows? He might be struggling to pay the mortgage and has put it on the market already. What do you mean he can't pay the mortgage? Is his income that bad? Bad? Try non-existent. He's been unemployed for years. No way, you're kidding, right? I wish I was. Until I left, I was the one paying the mortgage and bills. Even though he didn't earn a single penny, he's reckless with money. And whenever you popped by, you'd help yourself to cash from my wallet. No matter how much I earned, life just kept getting harder. You two are seriously cut from the same cloth. I had no idea. Well, let's just forget about it now. Anyway, I'm not coming to the wedding today. Come on, I'm begging you, please come. Why? You were planning to cut ties with me after today anyway, right? You hate me after all. So what's the deal? Worried the wedding won't look good without a mom there? Well, I'm not interested in being used. It's not like that. You don't have to be so spiteful on your daughter's big day. Don't make me repeat. I do not have a daughter. Oh yeah, since this is a good opportunity, I'll mention it. Make sure you pay back the $40,000 I lent you for the wedding expenses on time. Huh? 40,000? I don't know anything about that. Stop making up things. I have a loan agreement, so don't even try to deny it. You're kidding, right? You didn't forge it, did you? How rude. I'm not you guys, so I wouldn't do such a thing. Your dad was insistent on borrowing the money. I lent it under your name. My name? I had no clue about any of this. But your signature's there. I'm serious. He did it without telling me. It's definitely yours, though. Not knowing won't cut it when there's your signature on the document. Don't you seriously remember signing it? Come to think of it, he told me to sign some documents for the wedding or something like that. But I had no idea it was to borrow 40,000 from you. You should have double-checked before signing. It's a good lesson learned. He shouldn't be tricking you like that, though. Either way, it's a fact that I lent 40,000, so you better pay it back. Since the deadline is approaching, I'm glad I brought it up today. What are you saying? There's no way I can repay that. Besides, my husband and his parents covered the wedding expenses. I never received any money from Dad. He claimed he was covering the costs of your wedding and honeymoon. Such a terrible father, tricking his own daughter out of money. Well, I don't care how it was used. Since you borrowed it, you better pay it back. Hold on, Mom! Huh? I'm telling you, I'm not your mom. Besides, you never called me Mom before. So what's with the sudden change of heart? Trying to suck up to me now won't make your debt disappear. We've been living as a family all this time, and you don't have an ounce of compassion for Dad and me? None whatsoever. Especially after you grew up. Life was hell every day. I regret not leaving sooner. He quit his job and lounged around the house all day. He didn't even help with chores and spent money like water. On top of that, his daughter was always sarcastic. And every time she came back, money went missing. Do you think I'd have any compassion for you two after all that? But it's my wedding day, you know. Don't you think it's awful to ask me to return 40,000 at this time? I wasn't planning on bringing this up today, but you declared we're cutting ties. So I thought I'd let you know before that happens. You definitely gave Dad $40,000, right? That's right. I transferred it into his account. I can even show you the transaction details if you want. So where's that money now? I'm pretty sure your beloved Dad has it. You adore him, but he's not the person you thought he was. Too bad. Help me, Mom! I can't afford to pay such a huge sum. What should I do? I've said it before, but we're strangers now. Rely on your favorite dad or your husband. Why don't you think for yourself for once? I'm not coming, but enjoy your wedding. Wait, Mom! Please, come to the wedding! Mom? Mom, listen to me, please! You again? Stop contacting me over and over. Did the reception just finish? You shouldn't have time to text me. Well, the thing is, the wedding got called off halfway through. Oh? What happened? I suppose asking him why he kept a secret about us and where the money he borrowed from you went might have upset him. He got wasted and started acting out. He used to be an alcoholic, you know. What? When? After quitting his job, he had nothing to do, so he started drinking all the time, even though he had no money. He ended up addicted. Without booze, he'd get all irritable and restless. It was a nightmare. Oh no! Your husband's family must be livid that the reception got called off midway. Totally! Not only that, but the whole marriage is likely off the table now. What should I do? Mom, can't you do something? Talk to them for me. I'm not your mom, so I can't help you. Besides, why are you contacting me now? Your dad was your only parent all this time. You never relied on me once. And now, you're only reaching out when you need something? When you were about to enter college, I was already talking about divorcing him. He asked me to wait until you graduated. He said he couldn't afford to pay for your expenses, so he begged me to pay instead. I covered everything related to you. And what did I get in return? Just insults and complaints. I've had enough. I've done everything I can. You're a working adult now, and I won't be lending a hand anymore. I didn't know about any of that. If this marriage falls through, I'll have nowhere to go. Oh, right. Let me stay at your place. Absolutely not. How many times do I have to say it? We are strangers. I'm busy with some work. I don't want to deal with you anymore. I'm blocking you. Just wait. Listen. Bye. Take care. I blocked Mary right away. From what I've heard through the grapevine, her intuition was spot on about her marriage. It ended up falling through. She wanted to reach out to me, but she was blocked and didn't know where I lived. She could do nothing but lament. When she went to see her dad, he had already sold the house, and no one knew where he had gone since the wedding day. All that's left now is a massive pile of debt and unpaid loans. It's going to be tough from here on out, but honestly, it's a consequence of her own actions. I hope she takes this as a learning experience and becomes someone who can consider other people's feelings.